Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily. Hello, welcome back. Tonight we are covering chapters 25 through 29 of A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas.
And if you're new to the channel, we've been doing chapter reactions since the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses. You can participate with our little journey here by purchasing the books, which are in the description of this video. You can also join the membership. It's $2 a month, and you might get stuff early, you might not, but really it's just to support the channel and help us continue to grow and do cooler, bigger, better things. I don't think I have anything else to add, so I'm gonna toss it back to Emily. She's gonna do a chapter by chapter breakdown of the chapters we have this evening. Go ahead, Emily.
All right. Well, as we said, we're covering chapters 25 through 29, also known as Feyre masters new powers out of spite, while Rhysand reaps the consequences of his own genius-level stupidity. We open with the Adder ambushing Feyre in the woods. Feyre freezes, understandable, giving her whole tortured under a mountain backstory. So Rhys has to swoop in, and he is pissed, but not because she failed, but because she keeps forgetting she's basically a magical Swiss Army knife now. But when Feyre learns that he used her as bait without warning her, she gets so big mad about it that she winnows for the very first time. Not to escape, but to body slam Rhys into the snow like she's auditioning for Prithian's version of WWE. And honestly, hell yeah, girl. Now please tell me more about Rhysand's hard body beneath you. Rhys gives her the, I said I'm sorry literally 3 times, but if it'll help you forgive me, here's the truth download, by letting her into his mind again. She sees Azriel breaking the Adder and extracting Hybern's plans. It's violent, efficient, and the exact opposite of Tamlin's don't worry your pretty little head about it energy. Speaking of Timmy Tam, Feyre writes him the cleanest Dear John letter in history. No metaphors, no PS, just I'm done. Sincerely, the woman you underestimated. Next, Feyre gets a cosmic pep talk from Amren, goes out to dinner with the inner circle, and actually lets herself enjoy being alive. Walking home with Rhys, Feyre pieces together a little bit of a secret. Rhys was actually the one who sent music to her in her cell underneath the mountain, which was the emotional CPR that kept her from losing her mind. And then this chapter block ends with Feyre and Rhysand trading flirty little magic notes through their bond like 2 powerful idiots, pretending none of this means anything. So, Luke, are you ready?
No one comes to the kitchen couch for the food. Let's hit it. I will go ahead and tell you right now, I actually don't like Rhysand from here forward. I'm out. I'm out of Rhysand.
I am sat for this conversation.
I'm out. And it's because of the fucking text messages.
Why?
Because okay, so for those there are people here who don't know what passing notes in class is like. Right. They have no idea. Do you know? Actually, I'm going to ask you. Do you know what passing notes in class is like? Because I do.
Absolutely.
Okay. So there are people.
We would fold them into the most intricate little origami crap.
Correct.
Yeah, I still have them. I have a box full of them still.
So there was an anxious ritual where you would, on paper, you would write out a message and then you would send it to somebody, a friend, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, whatever. And then they would, during class at school, intentionally, it was the precursor to AIM and text messaging, email. It is the precursor. Actually, as a matter of fact, when you message someone in a meeting, you're like, this fucking meeting sucks. That is the grandfather of it all is what happens in these chapters. It is this. So that happened in real life. We used to do it. It's been going on for years. Passing notes in class. They used to do it in church. It's a whole thing.
Right.
Buddy. Some of the shit Rhysand sends here, I kind of fucking hated. I got to a point where I liked it. I did. It was like, okay, I love the passing notes in class. She's laying in bed. She's feeling it. So there's a moment that's creepy. That's when it starts to get creepy.
Okay.
And it's the licking moment.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, it's not creepy from previous experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not creepy from the intimacy that's being generated. What's creepy is I know her fucking backstory. That's creepy.
What do you
That
mean?
shit's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Like she's licking, like gross. Like it's fucking. Oh God. So when I read this part of this book, I immediately went from Tamlin is like the high school boyfriend. Protect. Right? Very traditional, very polarizing. Decisions are right or wrong. And we can go talk about the tides and why ties are different in the Spring Court and the Night Court, because that's part of it. Also, like, we're to the scarf wearing, hacky sack kicking, like effeminate high school, or excuse me, college boyfriend moment at that moment. Like I immediately thought this is the college boyfriend. Like this guy is gonna get killed at the end of this book for sure. Right? This is the one that got away. This is the one she thinks she should be with. Like I painted this, like my ADHD happened. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I was like, oh, that's not what real dudes do. Real dudes don't do that. And we've had a lot of real dude conversations, you and I have, right?
I know, but like, what do you mean by that? I just don't know what you mean by that.
There was something so...
Like, which one? Tell me which one. It's like the last few pages of chapter.
Really, and there's also a part in the chapter before it that happened too, where I was just like, okay, let that one slide. Maybe that's me. Okay. And then it happened here where I was just like, it's just a little bit too much. Oh, try not to moan too loudly when you dream about me. I need my beauty rest. Buddy. That's not cool. That's not that one feels gross.
I don't think so. And I'm a woman, so
I'm with you, but like when I think about the moment, like he can basically read her mind. Like he has the capacity and the capability to manipulate this person. And up until this point, I feel like she's had unadulterated freedom. And like these are the moments where I was like, oh, you're pointing her in this direction. I don't like this. This is the same guy who's wearing a scarf in the rain, reading Hemingway under a tree in college, who's trying to show you how sensitive they are, but also, man. And I'm just like, ew. That's what happened there. I'm sorry. That's what happened there for me. I immediately got that. I was like,
you got the ick.
It was 9 a.m. in the morning too.
We call that getting the ick.
Yes. So
you got the ick from that.
Probably talked about that way too much, but yeah.
No, like 15 minutes of it was us talking about what we did before we got here today. So
we did that. Look, we got a lot from. Do you want to talk about that more or no? Because like I'm like.
No, I'm gonna let you have your ick. I didn't get the ick though, so I don't mind.
Listen. Like honestly, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna die. Like I thought, oh, Roseanne's dead. Like from that moment forward, honestly, I was like, this guy's dead. Like this guy doesn't get to live in this story, right? Because if he lives, he's the key. He's the key to winning, and he can't be the key. She's the key. So if she's the key to winning, he's dead. He dies. And so like I immediately, that was the moment where I was like, oh, he's fucking dead. They're gonna rip that guy's heart out, and she's gonna be devastated. It fucked me up. like I had a full emotional breakdown over the weekend. I was also sick and pretty hungover when I read this, so it was a bad moment for me.
You just had a whole journey.
Yeah. I was like, this is disgusting. And he's manipulating this girl and this girl. And but this girl doesn't deserve this, and it's like a college relationship because she has best friends and it's cool, and she's gonna die. Like that.
I'm sorry. I think that I'm not gonna tell you not to have the ick. I'm not gonna tell you to have your own like thoughts and emotions. You do you, but also just keep reading because like.
No, I've got to. It's too good. It's too good not to.
But also, as a girl who has dirty texted and flirty texted with a lot, let me go back.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Are we talking thousands, millions, hundreds? Do you own a website in which you would accomplish this goal? I've only had 2 shots since I've been on camera. Your faces. Not cherry red, but pretty close.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna start again.
So I've seen women who've taken ecstasy who have less red face than you.
Wow.
Not many. But many.
So anyhow.
Hit it, go ahead.
As a girl who has been on the receiving end of flirty text messages.
Yeah.
This does not give me the ick. I do not have a problem with this. I think it's great. It is a little weird. This first one is weird. It does get better. Their little text quote, like magical text messages back and forth, get a little better as time goes on. But I've never seen it as a manipulation. But you do you.
It doesn't feel like a manipulation. Yeah, it does. It feels like a manipulation. It feels like a guy who's so unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, it was this section of chapters, right? Because if we go back to the beginning, he's put her in a situation in which he's testing her, right? Actually, if we go back to the previous section chapters, he's testing her against a weaver, and then he's testing her powers with the like one time is like, all right, you're doing your thing, we get it. 2 times it becomes a trend. It becomes like I have the capacity to do this to this person, and I'll tell you, this person is a force to be reckoned with on their own, which I think is maybe the most beautiful part of these chapters. Is that part is the part where she's like using her powers, is when they go out in the evening, her dealings with Amren, all of that stuff. This is when she talks to Amren and she's like, oh yeah, the necklace didn't fucking matter,
right?
She's so good. Actually, Feyre is so much better. She's as good in these moments, I think, in this book. And I don't mean good as in good reading or a positive female role model. I mean good as in like in the brain, positive. She's as good here. She is maybe at this point in the last chapter, in the last book, chapters, like maybe like right before she gets sent back to the human realm. She's like in that same point. Like, I'm ready for the domino to fall. I'll be honest with you, I'm ready for shit to get weird.
But not too weird, because if we talk about licking, you're out. You get the ick.
I'll be honest with you, I don't get the ick.
You did that.
No, I got the ick because of the situation.
Not because specifically what he said.
It literally is the situation.
Okay.
She's like coming to this sensual side of their like flirtation. And it's like, licking wounds?
That's not what it's about. Chapter 25, though. So he says, give a shout down the bond if you get anything accomplished before breakfast. Speaking of doing things before 8 a.m. I frowned at the eye in my palm. What? Literally shouted at the tattoo. And he says, you could try rubbing it on certain parts of your body and I might come faster.
That's hilarious. See, that's it. I would say that. That's funny.
Just saying. So it's like, we've been inching towards the flirty, more sensual kind of side of things. And it has been for a good reason occasionally. Like he's said some stuff to piss her off or to, to get her in the right headspace to do whatever else. But it is starting to be flirting just because of flirting, and she's the one initiating it.
Yeah.
He's starting it. She's started it.
We're finally getting to the point where they're feeling super comfortable together. And it starts with the scene you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of awesome, actually, to get to the point that she's at. Because in this set of chapters, she finally has a night's rest for the first time. Chapter 25 is kind of interesting because they had this flirtation, she's training, she's getting better, but also like he lets the adder go to send a message back to Hybern.
Yeah, he doesn't kill the adder.
No, he doesn't kill the adder on purpose. Like, when I read this, I was like, oh, well, first, Adder's going to tell the King of Hybern what happened, and the King of Hybern is going to kill the adder. Because that's what I would do if I was a tyrannical government. I'd be like, oh, you failed in your job? Cool. What do you know? Great. Off with their head. So, I don't imagine we'll see the adder again. But if we do, cool, because it's actually a great villain for our girl Feyre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like it as an antagonist for our girl Feyre.
So in the next chapter, the 26th chapter, after she and Rhysand are kind of fighting about the fact that he didn't tell her that she was bait. Yeah. So like he's all pissy, but also she's like, fuck you don't get to be pissed when you didn't even tell me what was going on.
Yeah, this goes back to what we talked about before. I'm a big proponent of like education before restriction. Forever, for everyone that's ever gonna live forever. And this is one of those moments where I was maybe personally more offended than actually Feyre.
Yeah,
she didn't deserve that.
Yeah, well, and that's what she said. She was basically like, no, we're not doing this again. And she got super, super mad about it. So, and he's listening to her thoughts as well. So he's like intruding on her space and private thoughts as well. So she says, you should have told me. He says, maybe next time. She says, there will be no next time. I slammed a hand into his chest. He staggered back a step because I forgot how strong. I says I had forgotten the strength of my panic, just like with the Weaver. I'd forgotten how strong I was, and she thought that. And he says, "Yes, you did. You forgot that strength, and you forgot that strength, and that you can burn and become darkness and grow claws. You forgot, and you stopped fighting."
So this is the moment when I began thinking that he was going to die. Because he's her greatest advocate for her capacity for being great. And I was like, oh, like this person can't last beyond this book. This person can't last that long. Right? Because if this entity lasts longer than this book and is able to sort of coach this person, this an amalgamation of so many different properties of the universe. Like, there's no reason for book 3 or book 4, because she'll just show up on hyper. She'll literally fly to Harburn and mist, I guess, which is what they described Roseanne's dad doing to people, which is actually hilarious and kind of super sad, but also like, I like, Emily, do you have anybody in your life that you would miss? Ooh, my left hand snaps way better, but do you have, other than me, obviously you want to miss me a little bit, but
I do not. I don't think so. Not in my personal life.
I've got 2 people. They know it too, so it's okay. It'd be okay. I mean, if they just didn't exist beyond today or when I was 13, it'd be okay.
Now, would I miss someone in my life? No. So if it's like, is that where we're getting to? Like, no, I would not do it. But are there a couple of people that if they were to fall off a cliff, would I cry about it? No.
Well,
I'm not going to push them off a cliff. But if they were to just no longer exist, I wouldn't really feel anything.
So if by that standard, we're on the same page about lots of people. I'm talking about full on, like.
Yeah, I would not snap anyone out. I just don't think I could do that.
Okay.
I've
got 2 people, and I'd want them to know it too. And I'm actually not that vengeful of a person. Like,
just kidding.
That's
what, dude.
What?
You said, and they know it. I hope they know it. And I'm like, well, then just name them on the internet. Let's just go. No,
it's okay. That's okay.
Do that. It's a joke.
No. I haven't fully fleshed out how I want to deal with them in my life, but yeah. Going on to chapter 17.
27?
27.
Okay.
You know what? I'm finishing the bottle.
Oh my god. This is a really bad idea.
There's not much left.
Okay.
Why is this a really bad idea?
I don't know,
I was sick. And I was hungover, and my brother was here. I didn't get a ton of sleep, and I went to a club the night before I read this. I'm surprised to retain anything.
Oh, well, in which case, I'm actually impressed with your skills there. So in chapter 27, she just went out. So she just went out for the first time because he keeps like kind of being an asshole, like, oh, can't catch me, oh, try harder, oh, bye. And so she like figures out how to winnows to where he's gonna show up, and then just like tackles him, which is fantastic.
So let me ask you this before we move on, because I'm sorry, we've been waxing poetically. Winnowing, similar to the transportation that happens in Harry Potter, similar to the transportation that happens in D&D and Naruto and everything else, is that the power you would have from this universe?
I mean, it's one of them for sure.
No, I'm asking you if what?
It would help me a lot.
Sure, but
like, I would love to.
Like, spoilers, like no spoilers. If you have the capacity to do any of the powers that Feyre gets, in terms of like the shields, everything we've seen so far.
We talked about it, and I would do the mind. I would be Daemati for sure, because I would want to know what's going on in people's minds. We talked about that in another episode. But
okay, I would winnow, because I want to just like whoop, and then I'm like behind you, you know, in your bookshelf.
Yeah.
That'd be
I would love to winnow, because I'm like chronically almost late all the time. So it would be really helpful for me if I could just bend, time and space.
Because
and
it kind of
over and walk into a different time. Yeah.
It kind of looks like this, where it's like, if time and space is like 2-dimensional, but it's actually 3-dimensional, and you go whoop, and you're just there between the two. There you go. All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just doing a thing.
You're fine. So 27, she like lands on top of him and pins him to the ground, right? And one of my favorite quotes is she says, "You said I could be a weapon. Teach me to become one. Don't use me like a pawn. And if being one is part of my work for you, then I'm done."
Love that. Honestly.
Love it.
That's really like I gotta tell you, one of the things I love about Sarah J. Maas, what she's done here, is she's written a strong female character who's not masculine.
Right.
And this is the part of it that is missing from so many other like male writers, the James Camerons of the world. And I'm not shouting out James Cameron, I'm just using as an example. If you go and watch Alien or other female leads from the 70s, 80s, from the 60s, a lot of times they don't share what Sarah J. Maas has done here, which is like giving that person that kind of being nimble, being capable of asserting pressure, but not being masculine about it. It's really cool. And I don't know how else to better to say it. Actually, I think that's the best way I've ever said that in my entire life, to be frank with you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I love that that's the case, because it's really cool.
Yeah. Well, and from this point on, like, you realize that Rhys knows that he fucked up, because he is the High Lord he's the most powerful High Lord, and he doesn't apologize for shit to anybody. And he apologizes to her 3 times in this chapter, like genuinely, remorsefully apologizes 3 times in this chapter. Mm-hmm. So he knows he done fucked up.
Yeah. And he's gonna die, and it sucks. I mean, I already predicted he's dead.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. So 28, we are going. 28 was kind of cool. I want to know how you feel about this then, because of all the things that we've already talked about tonight. In 28, he lets her into his mind, so she gets to see everything that happened with Azriel breaking the adder. And you hear all of his thoughts, like what he's thinking about with Feyre, like you see everything from his POV, and hear all of his inside thoughts. So being in Rhys's mind like that for like 3.5, 4 pages. What did you think about that?
So that sets the stage for me for that literally set the stage for me to like dislike the. I don't want to say it because it's like it's got a negative online context, but the like kind of like that kind of set the stage for like, oh, I need her to see this and know that I care. And
manipulation.
Yes, I thought part of it was, for sure, at least part of it. Like part of it was intel. It was thoughtful, it's smart, and interesting. Part of it was like, and I need her to know that I'm thinking about. Anyway. I'm wiggling on camera. I don't like that, but yeah, that's what it felt like.
Well, there is a part of people online that agree with you.
We'll see. We're not very far. Listen,
no, there are legit people online that agree with you. There are people that love Rhysand that are like, oh, he's my book husband. I love him so much. And then there is a whole other group of people that are like, Rhysand is the fucking devil and I hate him.
Wow.
It just depends on which part of the internet you find yourself on. That's
fair. No, I thought that part was manipulative. I thought the rest of it was intentional and good.
Mm-hmm.
But there was part of it self-serving. It seemed obvious to me that it was self-serving. I don't know if that's. How did you feel?
I'm not a dude. That's why I asked you for your opinion, because
Yeah.
you have been very insightful all along with some parts. So this
Your
was the
reaction, your reaction to my first reaction, where I was like, "Yo, nah, dog, be a fucking man."
okay. I'm Team
So
Resand.
we're on chapter 28. We're not in chapter 29 yet. We're not there. We're chapter 7. Sorry, chapter 7.
No, I think we are in 28 now.
My bad.
But yeah, so we see like 3 or so pages of 3 to 4 pages, maybe more, of him and his POV. And I didn't think about it like manipulation, but I did find it interesting that he did talk about her in his mind and he let her see that. Whereas before, I feel like he may not have.
So if you read this book and then you read this book
Mhm.
in conjunction, which I imagine most people, not most people, I imagine it was designed to be a thing for this to happen. Rasan seems like the dreamboat. Then in this moment, right? He is, because he's thinking about her well-being whilst being in the presence of the thing that she most fears, because she doesn't fear anything more than the adder. The adder is her boogeyman per se, right? And so there's like, but like as a dude, I'm like, I know there's more books beyond this. And so, which is terrible, but also I know. And so I'm like, oh, neither one of these. Okay, so also, sorry, I zoomed in, ran out of booze. I zoomed in. I have seen maybe 10,000 hours of anime and long form storytelling, including reading Harry Potter and the Bible and all sorts of shit. Rasan's not the end, obviously. So when we get to whoa, your face is hilarious. Why is your face so hilarious? Can you tell me?
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is, when, like, I may have to cut this, but also I'm just gonna say it. Like, these are, if you're talking about a character who is their like female Jesus, their female Messiah, their female like savior, which is what she was in the first book, what it seems like she's going to be in this one. The adder is a jobber, is someone that she could just, you know, and Rysand and Tamlin are just going to be people that she could just like, okay, whatever. That's how it feels. That's how it feels in these chapters.
I'm excited for your journey to continue.
Have I ruined this whole video recording? I'm going to cut that right there, by the way. I'm just asking you specifically.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
I feel like I've ruined it. Like, I feel like I've just been too wild and too weird.
No, I don't think you've ruined it.
Okay.
I'll definitely need you to edit out some parts, but other than that,
the part with the hard R, for sure. Okay, we're back on the juice. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Juice. So, what's it like being beautiful, smart, and thoughtful? Let's go to the next chapter.
What is it like? Me personally, are you asking because I'm smart and beautiful and lovely and all the things.
I don't have
So
a mirror in front of me. I have you.
okay, but that was good, and the smizing was good too. So
Thank you. Thank you.
you
Thank
did
you. Thank you.
you
I've
did
been working. I've been working on it. I've been working on it. I've been
yeah,
working on it.
you did it. You did it. Just that.
Old girl that I hung out with earlier didn't even notice. God, it did not change our relationship at all.
I'm sorry. It's not going to change our relationship either, but I do appreciate the effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So as we move into the next little bit of, let's see, through we have to talk about Amryn, and the hilarious swipe that we got at Tamlin, because she's saying basically like there's a lot going on with the inner circle. So she was talking about, and this is what I want to talk about as well. Okay, scroll. She's saying basically like Azrael was clocking her and like taking note of where she was and her movement and stuff like that. And Feyre's like, well, what do you do? What's happening there? Like, why is that happening? And she's like, he's his spy master. Of course, he's gonna know where I am like at all times. That's like, he wouldn't be good if he didn't do that. And she's like, even if he's not supposed to, even if, you know, like he's going against an order or whatever. And she said, why not? I'd be disappointed if Rasanne's spy master didn't keep tabs on me, even go against orders to do so. And she says, Rhys doesn't punish him for disobeying. And she says, the Court of Dreams is founded on 3 things: to defend, to honor, and to cherish. Were you expecting brute strength and obedience? Many of Rasanne's top officials have little to no power. He values loyalty, cunning, compassion, and Azrael, despite his disobedience, is acting to defend his court, his people. So no, Rasanne does not punish that. There are rules, but they are flexible.
Yeah. So this fits back into my thoughts on Rasanne and the group, but also Amryn's a dog.
Yes, she is.
And I'm kind of afraid of what will happen in the book that I hold so dear in my hands right now because of what she might do. What are your thoughts on those moments? Because my thoughts on those moments are kind of vague. It's significant. Yeah.
Well, I think it paints yet again that there's a big difference between where she's been and where she is now. And
Amryn or Feyre?
Feyre.
Okay.
And I think that the next line, so literally the next line about after this, Feyre says, well, what about the tithe? And Amryn's like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
What tithe? And she says, the tithe, taxes, whatever, like twice a year, you have to pay the tithe. And Amryn's like, there are taxes on city dwellers, but there is no tithe. But the Lord of Spring has one. So she's like, oh, I know where this is coming from. Yeah, we don't do that here because we're not pieces of shit, actually.
We care about our people. Yeah.
People. So we don't do here.
That was a hands-on face, like, oh god.
Yeah.
Like that's like introducing someone who has never had electricity to electricity. That's right. What that was. Hey, you know what? You know how cool indoor plumbing is gonna be in the future? It's gonna be the fucking craze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Amber I think it's like she can see that there's a big difference between where she was and how they're choosing to rule their courts in their areas. But chapter 29, we go to what?
Well, this is the part where it gets creepy to me, where it becomes like.
No. First, we got to talk about she writes Tamlin a Dear John letter.
Okay, so I only sort of appreciate that. Like I'm like at 85% appreciation of it.
Yeah. Why?
Like there's a better way to accomplish that goal.
Mhm.
It's pretty good. Like
He locked the fucking house. I am a huge proponent of, if you're gonna break up with someone, you should break up in person and be an adult about it. I'm like all for that. Unless the person literally holds you against your will inside a house, in which case, fuck that guy. He's lucky that she sent him anything to say I'm done.
I actually think the appropriate thing would be to leave sooner, obviously. Like we're on the same page about that, and then we're on the same page about what you just said. She had no reason to write that other than being told to write it.
She was not told to write it.
Then why did she write it?
Because she is looking for closure.
Okay, so why is she looking for closure?
What do you mean? She feels guilty.
Who told her that she should feel guilty about her decision making?
No one. She is feeling that on herself.
So that's where it feels weird to me. It begins to feel weird right there.
Meaning like she's being manipulated?
Meaning slightly. Yeah, that's kind of where it was like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Who
cares?
She sees him before they have the conversation with Amrit. So it happens a couple pages before. Like she writes a Dear John letter.
So let's put it in current context.
Time out. Okay, so like she comes out of his mind and he, right.
My fault.
Not what I said. Anyway. She has seen inside of Rasan's mind. And then after that, she's like, what's happening in the spring court? Because she kind of like overheard or saw some things that was going down in the spring court. So she's like, what is happening in the spring court? And he says, basically nothing's happening as of right now, but you know how far Tamlin can be driven to protect what he thinks is his. Which is true.
It's true to the situation.
Yeah. So then she sees the paint sliding down the ruined study, flashes through her mind. And again, he's reading her mind.
Of course.
And he says, I should have sent more that day. Because that happened before she got locked in the house.
Look.
I hear what you're saying.
What happened in Spring Court was wrong. We're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I actually believe in that more than you, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in the way that like I'm a dude, and I would fist fight that guy. What I mean to say is, the other side can't be all right either.
Correct.
And I have like, as someone, okay. So let me paint a picture for the audience. We've been this far into this conversation. You people, welcome. I have female friends. I have attractive female friends. I have attractive female friends that I've slept with, and I have attractive female friends that I have not slept with. I'm actually one of those dudes who cares about people. When I see what's happening here, both sides are wrong. And also, Feyre is wrong. So, sorry for the skepticism. Go ahead.
No, I hear you. I will say there are people that have issues with Rhysand for a lot of reasons. And one of them is this.
It's gross. Like, it's gross. It's high school bullshit. You know what I mean? Actually, it's college bullshit. It's like, yo. Like, when I think about it, I think about, like, it's year 2, maybe, of college, right? You go home, you go back to, I almost said the county, H County. You go back to H County, and you go to a house party, right, of one of your high school friends. Because that could be me or you, H County. Oh, sorry, H County. It could be one of you. And you go to a house party and you see some people. Some people used to be attracted to, maybe not anymore. Some people that are attracted to you, maybe not anymore. Vice versa. This kind of bullshit happens. This is college bullshit. Like, it's gross. It's gross. Like, Restraint is playing a dangerous game. He's almost being good, but he's not. And it makes me sad.
Well, there's nothing that says so far that we have read
No.
that he is super good or in game or anything.
I'll tell you what I actually think. What I actually think is the ends justify the means. But we haven't gone to the next part, which is the date. Which is the going out on the town in the city. Which, I'll be honest with you, I was entranced.
Yeah?
Oh my god.
It's a good...
Yes.
Valaris is a cool place.
I want to go. I
know. I told you I'd love to.
They have like jazz and shit. Like, I want to go. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. Do your thing.
It's perfect. I love it. So, anyway, she leaves him. She writes him a letter and she says, I left on my own for free will. I'm cared for and safe. I'm grateful for all that you did for me, all that you gave. Please don't come looking for me. I'm not coming back. That's all it says.
Yeah. You want to break up in person with that guy, but also I get it. Go ahead.
So, yeah. Anyhow, that's what happens. Then he says, let's find out if you, Feyre darling, are all talk or if you'll allow a Lord of Night to take you out on the town. And you're like, oh yay, they're gonna go on a date. They don't. They go on a friend group date. But I love it even more. It's like, it would have felt weird if they went on an actual date.
Actually, we agree. We're on the same page on this. 1,000%. Amryn goes too. Amryn goes. Everyone goes. It's not just more It's not just more Cassian doing their thing. Azrael, whatever. It is. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
They all go. They go to a cool place where she really enjoys, like, the food and the people that own the restaurant. She learns about all of these things.
So I live in a city, and I think about what that place looks like for me, and I know what it is. I've been to that restaurant. I think it's a really cool moment in this book because, like, I think about that restaurant. I think about those people inviting 6 or 7 people. I think about like I was just at an establishment near me where the waitstaff knew me, like, and my friend, and we were able to. It's such a cool moment in this book. It's really intimate. I think it's really cool. So yeah, it's part of real life.
Yeah, I love it.
It was the moment in Ultron, Age of Ultron, where everyone tries to pick up the hammer. We've already talked about this, but yeah,
it is. It's great. So they go out on the town, and then more is like, I gotta dance. Like, I got too much energy. I gotta go dance it out. She's like, I need to go to the dance club. And Azrael's like, yeah, I'll go. I'll go wherever you go more. I will follow you. Wherever. Because he's a whipped boy. Bless him.
I would. If more asked me to go, I'd go too. Let's not get weird about it. I would. Like you can't name a man you haven't, like, if it's Eva Green saying, like, yo, I don't dance, sure, I'll learn it. What are we doing? Let's get weird. Anyway,
if Jonathan Bailey The yearning, Jonathan Bailey, were to ever be like, oh, hello, would you like to go where, whatever, wherever the hell, I'd be like, yes.
I feel like dancing. I'd be like, yeah.
I feel like dancing. I feel like doing whatever you feel like doing.
I feel like laying horizontally. I feel like laying vertically. I feel like flying. I feel like walking on sand. I feel like moving. Anyway, yeah.
It doesn't work out for me and Jonathan Bailey, not only because I'm married to Evan and I love him, but also because
not just you. We the channel. Listen.
Yeah.
The Kitchen Couch loves Evan.
Yes, agreed. But also,
yeah,
because in this scenario, Jonathan Bailey would rather be with you than me. So then you get to like read about Valaris and all of the fun things, and they got
listen. So Valaris is actually, I thought it was gonna be like New Orleans.
I think it's Paris, but okay.
Might be Paris.
Oh man, that would be the bumper sticker. I want that on a bumper sticker.
I've never been to Paris, so I don't know. But
so we're right here at the end. She hears music and she's like, wait a minute, I've heard this song before. So she's like, I know this song, but I've never heard it before, but I know this song. And that's when she starts piecing it together and she goes, you sent this music to me under the mountain. And she says, why? And he says, because you were breaking and I couldn't find another way to save you.
I love this moment until that moment, that line of text.
Why?
Because it's like I had a song playing in my head when I continued reading, and the song that played in my head was,
oh, you're so gay and you don't even like boys.
That's what started playing in my head the moment that happened. I was like, yeah. I mean, we talked in the first book. I thought fucking Rhysand was gay. Like I thought it in the first book. And then it came to fruition in that moment. Very specifically, I was just like, oh.
Why?
He's that guy. Guy. And then it followed through with the text messages, which I actually kind of love the text messages because I remember passing notes in class. And that worked.
Oh, why?
What do you mean? Why? What do you mean?
Like, I think it's beautiful. What is your problem with you were breaking and I couldn't find another way to save you? Like, he sent music to her. And I would have thought that you being you would have liked this because you are also a singer and a musician. And if you were like super depressed and upset and like, because she basically could barely find the will to live under the mountain. Super sick.
He's not so feeble to only send that message.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean? Like, he's not weak in that moment.
No.
He's not weak. Like, he's capable of doing more for that thing, that person, that child, that girl. Like, he's capable of doing more. And he chooses not to. He chooses just to send her music because that's all he thinks is right. It's weak.
No, he's the only one that's showing up and doing stuff for her under the mountain.
I knew this was gonna happen. It was gonna happen sooner or later. We made it through one book and half of this book. We did. We made it through.
Before what?
Before oh boy, Emily is wrong. Luke is wrong. Like we did. We made it.
I don't think you're wrong. I just think you're forgetting that he's
Ooh, I'm not forgetting. I'm sorry, I'm not.
He is controlling every person's mind under the mountain to not remember about Mor, Azriel, Cassian, or Amren. He is constantly controlling and listening to every single person's thoughts under the mountain.
We're on the same page of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. And that is what he had to spend the majority of his power doing at all times, which is why he was her whore, was because he was using the majority of his capacity to do all of this stuff. And so the path of least resistance that got him where he needed to be was to do all of those things willingly, making that choice.
Listen, I wasn't there, but I understand the decisions that were made up until the point that Feyre showed up.
I hear you on that. And this situation, he did show up multiple times and try to like poke her in the like, you know, getting her to fight with him kind of way, and it wasn't working.
Yeah, but so the problem,
music.
The problem isn't the sending the music.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, for me, not telling her beforehand.
What do you mean?
The problem for me is like not being upfront with her, like, hey, in your moments when you weren't at full strength, I need you to know that I was there for you.
But that's manipulative to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he also has things to back it up. To say, hey, you have the capacity to live through this. You have the capacity to be great.
Yeah, but in my opinion, the reason why, and I hear you.
Yeah.
I totally hear you.
You're so good at this. Yeah. Keep going. Millennial Emily just showed up. That was awesome.
Oh.
Millennial Emily, you're like, you just said, I hear you and I understand. But
Corporate
also,
Girly showed up. Corporate Girly showed up.
Yeah, you did.
Corporate Girly showed up.
You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I disagree. I hate that he's like, oh, well, that was me, actually. Like, a good dude.
He didn't. She said, you did this. Why? And then he answers her direct question. He doesn't go, oh, Feyre, do you hear this song? Do you remember this song? It's the song I sent you under the mountain. Don't you remember? Like, no, he doesn't do that.
That's not what we're talking about. She's like, oh, that guy tried to protect me. Security. Which means
he turns it right back into like, yeah. So she says, I saw the night court, which she did. If you look back and like read, because I highlighted it in the.
Whoa! Are you telling me I don't read? Like, what are we?
No, I'm saying if you look back. Wow, no, I'm saying if you look back in the first book when she's hearing the music, this is one of those things I highlighted that I couldn't tell you about yet. She genuinely does see a vision of a house of moonstone pillars, which is the house that she goes to. It's the night court. She didn't know that she saw the night court then, but she did. So she was remembering the music and what's happening, and she says, I saw the night court. And he said, I did not send those images to you.
No, she didn't. He sent the music, which is different.
Right.
But the bone cutter showed a young boy with blue eyes similar to a young Rosand, or not, but velvet eyes, sorry. Mm-hmm. So, like, a young night court is a thing that she saw in this book. Mm-hmm. So, like, he could have been up front with her in the beginning, and he just wasn't. Like, there's a, like, and that might not, listen, I'm a novice to this series, and I'm sure that my inquiries will be addressed before, and then you people will get to be like, you stupid dude. You're stupid, dude. You're stupid. But
I'm sure that a lot of people are screaming at the screen in this episode.
I hope so. So, I am super excited to read more of these chapters. What chapters are you reading?
But next we're reading chapters 30 through 34.
Dope.
30 through 34 is the next set of chapters. And I think you're going to love these next set of chapters.
I hope so. I actually love these set of chapters. It was literally just that moment. It was literally that moment. I was like, ew.
Yeah.
This reminds me of college student stuff. It's kind of gross.
I think you are going to love the next set of chapters. We have, let's see.
What'd you say it was again?
Okay, perfect. It is not a great. It's literally on the first paragraph of the next one, so it's not a spoiler. So chapter 30, we immediately begin training with Cassian.
Love Cassian.
Yeah.
Hope Cassian gets laid soon because we love more. I wish I could meet my Moore one day.
Well,
Anyway.
I can't promise that, but I can promise that we're going to start the next set of chapters training with Cassian and finding out a bunch of other parts and some things that you have questions about. So I think you're really going to like the next set of chapters.
Great.
30
through 34. Great. So check those chapters out. We'll have descriptions and ways to purchase this book in the description below, along with every other book we've ever done. I've done Murderbot and also some other stuff. I'm not going to jump into it. Just check out the description. This is right here, the Smut Oracle. Check her out. Her emblem's on the screen. You can just, add the Smut Oracle. She's a weapon, and we'll continue to do more chapters. If you want to follow along, please
like and subscribe.
She did it. And we're going to continue next time. So, later, titters.